My 8-month-old Hannah hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit on the forehead strip. I stared at the red numbers, like they might change if I looked hard enough. "I'm calling the pediatrician," I told my husband. "Wait, Natalie," Ethan said, still at the blender. A brownish liquid spun in a glass pitcher. "Mom has an herbal mix." Worked better than any meds when I was a kid. Barbara, my mother-in-law, smiled the way people smile when they think family recipes are science. "You panic too much," she said. "You can't give a baby pills every time." Nature heals. That's how we do it. Hannah pressed her hot face into my neck and whined. Her forehead burned like a small radiator. My brain kept shouting, "Do something!" I held a bottle of acetaminophen, Tylenol, the dose our pediatrician told us to use by weight. I opened the cap. Barbara touched my elbow. "Let's try a compress first," she said. "I'll make one." "You don't want to poison the baby with chemicals, do you?" She said chemicals like a bad word. My 7-year-old Lily sat on the floor building a tower with magnetic tiles. She looked up, me, Hannah, the medicine, then back to me. A flicker of worry crossed her face, the kind animals get before a storm. "I'm calling the office anyway," I said. "They'll tell me when to go to the ER." I dialed. The practice voicemail was calm. For a baby over 3 months with a fever over 103 degrees Fahrenheit, or if the baby seems very tired, won't drink, or has trouble breathing, call 911 or go to the ER. I pressed the option for the on-call nurse. "This is Natalie Miller," I said. "My daughter is 8 months, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, hot, fussy, drinking poorly." "Give acetaminophen by weight now," the nurse said. "Watch closely. If there's no drop in an hour or she gets more listless, head to the ER. No mixing meds with herbs or honey. No home remedies I hung up." "Acetaminophen," I said out loud, to kill the doubt. Barbara made a face. "Phone advice. In my day, mothers knew better. Here's a compress, and here's a bark tea. It brings fever down gently. Natalie, you're a mother. Don't be a robot." "I am a mother," I said quietly. "And I'm doing what the doctor said." I measured the Tylenol, lifted Hannah's head. She swallowed and grimaced. I pressed my cheek to her hair. Hot. Damp. "Cold juice will make it worse," Barbara muttered. "Modern pediatrics goes to extremes." I didn't reply. I held Hannah and listened to her breathing, fast, uneven, but steady. Lily stood up, walked over, and whispered, "Mom, can I sit with you?" "Of course," I said. "Sit right here." Barbara and Ethan drifted to the kitchen to whisper. I could see their outlines in the doorway, 2 solid shapes that believed the world worked the way they remembered. I set a 45-minute timer. An hour later, the thermometer read 103.6 degrees Fahrenheit. A tiny drop. Hannah's body lay heavy on my chest. She dozed and jerked with heat. My gut said we were losing. We just didn't see the score yet. I typed 911, hovered, and told myself 30 more minutes. If the curve didn't slide down, we go. The house was quiet. On the kitchen counter, bags rustled. Barbara was pouring something. Lily went to get water, then disappeared down the hall. She came back, tucked into the couch, knees under her chin. "Mom," she whispered. "Grandma said she's making a healthy syrup for Hannah." "Don't be mad, okay?" "I'm not mad," I said, while my heart squeezed. "I'm doing what the doctor said." I took another temperature. 104.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Forget 30 minutes. I hit call. 8-month-old, I told the dispatcher. 104 degrees Fahrenheit. We gave acetaminophen by weight. She's breathing. She's drinking a little. She's fussy and hot." "Stay on the line," the operator said. "Help is on the way." I nodded to nobody and thought only this: keep crying, baby. Cry means energy. Cry means you're still fighting. "What did you do?" Barbara burst in. "Why call 911? "We can handle this. I put good bark syrup in a bottle. It brings fever down." She held up a seltzer bottle. A thin amber ring marked the glass where the liquid used to be. Something clicked in my head. "Put it away," I said. "Ethan, get the bag. Blanket, diapers, insurance card, my wallet." "Natalie," he said, dazed. "If they come, they'll say to give medicine." We did. "They'll say to go," I said. "And we're going." The siren started before I finished dressing Hannah. A paramedic, woman with a ponytail, badge said Abby, knelt and checked Hannah's pulse, breathing, lips, ribs. "Hi," she said. "How long has it been?" "Since morning," I said. "We gave acetaminophen. Grandma made some herbal stuff." "What exactly?" Abby asked, looking at Barbara. "Plants," Barbara said. "Chamomile, willow bark, a little honey." "Natural, no honey under one," Abby said, sharp. "And willow bark has salicylates, aspirin-like. Not for infants? We're going to the ER. Bring every bottle and powder you gave." Barbara pressed her lips together, something scuttling behind her eyes like a bug caught in the light. Lily looked up at me, very serious. I pulled her close, like my arm could shield her from bad words. The ER was metal and fast, plastic curtains, beeping monitors. A nurse clipped a pulse ox on Hannah's toe. A tech drew labs. The doctor, Dr. Patel, asked short questions. When did it start? What did she take? What did she drink? Any allergies, vomiting, seizures? I answered in little yes-no pieces. Barbara pushed out her jaw. "We treated naturally. My mother-in-law used these remedies forever." "We need the actual ingredients," Dr. Patel said, calm. "We'll test blood and urine." "And we need those bottles." Ethan stood with his hands locked together, like a kid in the principal's office. We were 3 adults and one small furnace of a baby whose skin smelled like milk, sweat, and prayer. A nurse came with a woman in a plain cardigan, the hospital social worker. "This is routine," she said. "With high fevers in infants, we check the home picture. We're here to help. Our job is the baby's safety." I nodded. Barbara turned toward the window. Ethan whispered. She waved him off. 40 minutes later, Dr. Patel came back. Fever down to 101.8 degrees Fahrenheit with meds. Hannah's breath was softer. The stone in my stomach shifted 1 inch. "Labs show salicylates," Dr. Patel said. "Likely from willow bark. In infants, there are risks, stomach irritation to more serious effects. Also, honey before 12 months can cause infant botulism. So that's a hard no. I'm not judging. I'm informing. But it matters." Barbara snorted. "Kids grew up on honey and herbs." Now doctors make everything scary. "We also see you dosed acetaminophen correctly," Dr. Patel said to me. "That helped. But someone gave other things. We're making a report to Child Protective Services. It's protocol, not punishment. They'll decide if there was risk." Hannah stays overnight for observation. Lily touched my sleeve. She mouthed, "Mom, can we talk?" "1 second," I whispered. We stepped into the hall. Lily took out her kid's tablet. Her hands shook a little. She opened the photos, the kitchen, the pink cap medicine cup, the seltzer bottle, a dropper over the Tylenol cap, amber drops falling in. "I saw it," she whispered. Grandma said it would be more helpful, and that we shouldn't tell you because you're nervous. I took pictures. Mom, did I do the right thing? A cold wave ran from my head to my feet. Not fear, clarity. You did the right thing, I said, touching her cheek. You're amazing. I'll show the doctor and Miss Kim. You helped your sister. You helped me. We went back. I said we had photos. The social worker asked me to email them through a secure link. Dr. Patel nodded like a puzzle piece had clicked into place. Thank you, she said. That helps us understand. Ethan went pale. Mom, did you? I wanted to help, Barbara flared. You're making a mountain out of nothing. These agencies. I am family. I was healing. Doctors sold out to pharma. No one is accusing you of malice, Ms. Kim said, steady. We're talking about outcomes. You're not a legal guardian. You can't change prescribed care. This is my house, Barbara snapped at me. I let you live here during the renovation. I get a say. Hannah has a right to be safe, I said, voice low but solid. And I have a right to follow our doctor. That's not up for debate. Ethan offered to take his mom home. I didn't argue. When they left, Ms. Kim asked, Do you want a no-contact order between Grandma and the baby while we investigate? Those words were scary and freeing at the same time. The world got simple. Unsafe goes out. Yes, I said. I do. She helped me sign the forms. It felt like I was signing more than paper, like a new contract with myself. Don't bend where it's dangerous. Night in the ER was long but steady. Hannah slept. Her body wasn't a furnace anymore. I listened to her breath and to the soft shuffle of machines. Lily, who we'd left home with our neighbor, sent a lightning bolt emoji, our private, "We've got this." I sent back a heart. In the morning, Dr. Patel said we could go home with strict instructions, Tylenol by weight, lots of fluids, temp checks, pediatrician follow-up in 2 days. Ms. Kim confirmed CPS would call within 24 hours, and the temporary no contact was now active. Home was quiet. No Barbara. Ethan showed up near sunset, looking tired and older. I took Mom to Aunt Mary's, he said, staring at the floor. They think you started a witch hunt. I started protecting a baby, I said. Name it how you want. It was a mistake, he said. To me, to himself, to the air. She didn't mean harm. Harm doesn't have to mean itself, I said. To do damage. He sat, hands over his face. For a second, I saw the Ethan I married, kind, soft, nervous when I learned to drive on the highway. Then I saw a father who stood by while his mother adulterated our baby's medicine. My focus snapped back into place. I'm filing for a protective order, I said, and a custody plan that says Barbara has no access without me present. If you're against that, say so now. I need time, he whispered. It's a lot. I don't have time, I said, looking at sleeping Hannah. I have a child. S came the next day. A calm woman with a notepad asked about routines, food, vaccines, where we store meds, who has keys. I showed the medicine cabinet, the fridge, the cribs, the car seats. Lily colored at the table, pretending not to listen. Did you take these photos? The worker asked Lily gently. Lily nodded and handed over the tablet. Thank you, the worker said. You helped your sister a lot. After they left, I wanted to fall down and sleep for a week. Instead, I called a family law attorney whose card I'd seen at our pediatrician's office. She listened, said, "You're doing the right things," and set an appointment. Police reached out next. They took statements. Lab testing later showed the home syrup had a high concentration of salicylates, essential oils, and sugar syrup. The Tylenol in our cap had contaminants that shouldn't be there. Barbara was cited for child endangerment and interference with prescribed care. I didn't cheer. I didn't gloat. Adults answer for what they do with other people's kids, even if they're family. Ethan unraveled. He called, came by, asked me to let it blow over. Not go to extremes. I kept saying one thing. Safety first. Then the rest. With my attorney, I set a temporary plan. 50-50 custody on set days, Grandma zero contact. The document was thick with legal lines. To me, it said one simple thing. My boundaries exist outside my head. Hannah bounced back fast, like her body knew what to do once we took the rocks out of the road. She smiled into the phone camera, reached for toys, bossed us around with tiny hands. I counted every small win, her damp palm on my collarbone, a long nap, a grin after oatmeal. Lily got more serious. I booked a few sessions with the school counselor. Play and talk. She brought home stickers for honesty and care and stuck them on the fridge. One night she asked, "Mom, do you still love Grandma?" I answered honestly, "I love our safety more than anyone's hurt feelings." Love without rules isn't love. If Grandma learns the rules one day, we'll see. For now, no. Lily nodded. Sometimes her nod was so adult it pinched my throat. Ethan, meanwhile, spent a lot of nights at Aunt Mary's. Between us hung long pauses. Good places to store words like "for now" and "if." He's not a monster. He's his mother's son. That was all I needed to know today. A month later, the police lab called. The syrup results were back. Salicylates high, oils, sugar. The Tylenol had traces of things that shouldn't be there. There would be a hearing. I emailed our pediatric practice a thank you for the firm "no honey" before one line. That line saved me at the right moment. That same day, Lily brought home a drawing. A house. Inside. Me, Lily, and Hannah. Outside. A tall fence. A sign on the gate. By invitation only. I taped it to the fridge under the stickers. "It's not because we're mean," she said. "It's because it's right." "Exactly," I said. In spring, the court signed off on a longer custody plan and a temporary no contact for Barbara, with a review in a year if she went to therapy and made formal amends. Ethan stared holes through the paperwork, then signed. We both cried, not loud, but true. Sometimes an ending isn't a slammed door. It's a long seam sewn while you're still awake. Life started to line up like a pattern you can finally follow. Daycare drop-off, work, dinner, story time. Tiny joys set the weather. A new throw blanket, a sticky berry cup, Lily's silly kitchen dance, Hannah's giggle when I peeked from behind the fridge. I found my voice again, not the one that explains, the one that says no. We started volunteering on weekends, food boxes for families. There I met Susan, 4 kids, humor for all. She said something I wrote in my notes. Boundaries aren't a wall against love. They're a door with a lock. I thought a lot about my doors. One evening, Lily brought me her tablet. "Mom, I deleted the photos," she said. "They did their job." "I don't want them in my head. You're smart," I said, pulling her close. "Thank you for saving your sister." And me. When the next December came, we finally believed a holiday didn't have to be a risk. We put up a small fake tree, paper stars, and on top, Lily taped a cardboard lightning bolt. Our sign for truth. We baked cookies. The kitchen smelled like vanilla and cinnamon. I watched my girls and thought how easy it is to call anything family. blood, habit, fear, and how hard it is to give that word meaning. Barbara didn't call. Ethan sent a short Merry Christmas and a photo of the toy Hannah loved at his place. We agreed. He would visit 1 hour, no Barbara. He came. He sat. He watched. He left gifts. He didn't test the rules. That was his best gift all year. After the girls fell asleep, I poured milk, grabbed cookies, and scrolled my phone. In my notes sat the first line from that night. 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Tylenol. 911 EI. I thought how easily we could have slipped into a different life. How thin the line is, and how it holds if someone says no at the right time. I wrote Lily a note and tucked it under her pillow. Thank you for telling the truth. That's a superpower. In the morning, she walked into the kitchen with the note and smiled, not like a kid, but like a person who knows they're heard. Mom, can I put another drawing on the fridge? She asked. Of course, I said. She drew a house. Inside us. Outside. Not a fence this time, but a garden. On the gate, a doorbell. She wrote, People who choose safety live here. I taped it next to the lightning bolt. Sometimes American rules are just human rules where kids come first. They're not loud. They don't need a pledge. They're one thing, do no harm. If someone can't handle that, we have doors with locks, phone numbers, and the word no. That evening, Hannah's forehead was warm, teething, 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. I gave acetaminophen by weight, we put on a cartoon, and she fell asleep on me with her hand on my chest. Lily covered us with a blanket and whispered, Mom, we're okay. We have a plan. And we have a plan finally didn't mean we'll survive at any cost. It meant we live by our rules and we don't hand them away. 104 degrees Fahrenheit in an 8-month-old? Call the doctor/ER. That's serious. Acetaminophen, Tylenol, by weight is standard here. Follow your pediatrician's chart. No honey under 1. It's not a myth. It's for safety. No aspirin/salicylates for infants. Willow bark counts. If someone changes your baby's medicine without your consent, that's not helping. That's not okay. CPS isn't always punishment. Sometimes it's a safety flashlight. Boundaries aren't cruelty. They're care. For kids and for you. If you're a parent and you feel that tug in your gut, the one that says something is off, listen to it. You're not panicking. You're parenting. It's never tidy. Ethan is still Ethan. Barbara is still Barbara. Paper doesn't change hearts overnight. But my house? It changed. It's lighter. It's clearer. And my girls know the rule. Tell the truth. We'll handle the rest. My phone buzzes. A new text from Lily's school. Character award, honesty. I smile. I grab my keys. Hannah babbles. Lily dances her way to the door. We have our calendar. We have our door with a lock. We have our lightning bolt on the tree. And we have a plan. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more videos. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. See you next time.